Hey guys, if you're interested in YouTube marketing and audiences, then this video is for you. In fact, we're going to reply to some of the most common questions regarding this topic. So if you like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment if you have any questions, and we will personally reply to you. Right? So let's start with the first question. How do we build audiences on YouTube?
Well, I think, some of the stuff you've said in the earlier videos, Vince, about ranking at the top of YouTube, that's the end game. You really do need your video at the top of the suggested search, or at least in the top 5, because literally nobody's watching past that. It's the same as traditional Google search. Nobody's scrolling down. We're just clicking and watching. But bottom line, great content. Content that matches your audience's expectation, and making sure people engage with it and they get value. Not necessarily an ad. I know we're an ads agency. We run ads for loads and loads of brands, but we obviously try and make those ads as engaging as they can be, and that helps build people's audience. So you don't want content that people switch off from.
Yeah, I think this is like $1 million question, get asked so many times. Is YouTube better than Facebook when it comes to targeting?
Well, I get accused of Facebook bashing all day long. I've even had marketing brand managers send me messages saying, can you please stop slagging off Facebook, because we do really well on it. And obviously certain products do fantastically well on Facebook and will continue to do so. The targeting is better, absolutely better. There's more depth on YouTube because it's owned by Google, and Google knows far more about your search patterns and probably knows more about you than you do. They want to get to a scenario where they're putting ads in front of you before you want a product. So yeah, the opportunity to overlay, this is something you really can't do with Facebook, is overlay intent with what somebody's searching for, who they are, the topics they're browsing. If you look at going onto a competitor's checkout page, Facebook doesn't really know that. And then you start combining the audiences, and when you overlay the audiences, that's when you get real power. So if you're going to start a YouTube ads campaign and choose a general audience, you're sort of doing the same sort of thing that you would do on Facebook. We came across a brand recently that were just advertising to parents with kids 9 to 14 on Facebook. Now you can dive even further to give the example of, well, if it's that audience plus they're searching for a football training aid, that's an even better audience. So the opportunity is better. I would say, are the audiences better? The general sort of off the shelf audiences aren't. They're similar. But when you deal with a specialist agency who can actually get that targeting right, the opportunity to make the audience better is where it's at.
Exactly. Plus, on Facebook, and of course, this is actually probably the next question. So the question is, are YouTube ads better than Facebook? So, and obviously Simon touched on this. What I can say as well, on Facebook, you have, like, Facebook is interruption marketing. So you are interrupting people when they scroll down, and they just go on Facebook not to find a solution to their problems. They go on Facebook to be entertained, to see what their friends do, to spy on what their partner is doing. So they just go there to be entertained. They don't want to watch ads. Of course, then you place an ad based on the interest of the people on Facebook, and then the targeting on Facebook is very good, of course. So if I'm interested in making money online and marketing, I will have so many ads about this on my newsfeed, which is okay. But on YouTube, people go there to find solution to the problem. So this is search marketing. So if I search how to lose weight quickly, and then I've got an ad saying, hey, if you're looking to lose your weight quickly, then you need to watch this video. Of course, I'm much more relevant than the same video on Facebook. So
let me give you a real prime example of that. Is I play a lot of golf. I used to play a lot of golf, I should say. You know, during lockdown in the last 9 months, I've not picked a golf club up. But Facebook would have me down as a golfer, you know, and somebody who's interested in golf. And I've liked a lot of golf pages. You know, you could say, right, I'm going to choose an audience of all the pro golfers and the European Tour and all these sort of things. And that would put me in that audience. But I'm not in the market for any golf products at the moment because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So if you then overlaid that with Simon has also searched for golf clubs, and he's also booked tickets to go to the Ryder Cup, and he's booking travel for golf, all of these, right, now I'm in market for something. So overlaying audiences, we do talk a lot about this, but that's where the real magic happens.
Yeah. So if you're watching this, sorry, Andy. Right.
Just going to add one thing very, very quickly there, because there's another dimension to that question. I think actually the ad structure is better on the YouTube than Facebook, because you can get hooks in, you can get call to actions in. I know you can on Facebook, but the ability to go on for potentially 10 minutes, not be on the taximeter, educate, entertain, show how something works. I think just as a vehicle, the actual framework is there's more opportunities with a YouTube ad than a Facebook ad.
And if you want to get into the nuts and bolts of it, we wrote what we think is one of the best Facebook ad manager courses in the world, and it's still available on our Academy site. And we stand by that course. It is an amazing resource for people that run Facebook ads. And please do, if you want a login to that course, and you've watched this video and you subscribe to our channel, I will give you a free login to that course. That is worth £1,500. And it's genuinely, we've taken courses that we've paid a lot more than that for, and they weren't as good. So if you've watched this far through this video and you do subscribe and you email me, Simon@s.media, I'll give you a login for free. But the nuts and bolts of it are YouTube will give you a true view, right? And this is, YouTube do not shout about this enough as far as I'm concerned, because as Vince said, Facebook, I'm not there to watch the ads. I'm there to, be social. And a lot of people miss the fact that social media is social, not sales media, social media, right? So I'm on Facebook, I'm on social media, right? On YouTube, I'm paying attention and I'm watching, and I don't mind the ads coming up because I know they're coming, right? And I can still skip them, right? You can't skip the ads on Facebook, but Facebook will charge you for an impression. So when somebody scrolls past your ad and they pause for as little as 3 seconds, you as an advertiser get charged. And I don't fundamentally think that's fair, right? Yes, you can get it to convert. If you take our course, you'll understand how you need to do it properly, right?
Yeah.
But with YouTube, you get 29 seconds for free, and you only get charged a very, very minimal amount, like 1 cent, 1 pence, once somebody's watched past 30 seconds. And that is a true view. And that I think is worth paying for. And that's the fundamental difference. And that answers the question why YouTube ads are better than Facebook.
Yeah, perfect. So, and if you guys, you're also fed up with Facebook, you want to go where it's a better place. So you have less competition. It's the results are like more measurable and effective. So again, check out the link in the description because we can help you a lot with your YouTube ads. So can I put my own ads on YouTube?
Yes. It's super simple. It's literally get a Google Ads account, create a YouTube channel, upload a video, link that video to an ad in a Google Ads account, and press go. Choose an ad, choose an audience. But please be careful. There's a lot of ways to waste money, and that's why people use specialist agencies.
Yeah. Okay. Then is it easier for digital marketers to drive engagement on YouTube as compared to Facebook?
What do you think, Vince?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know if it's easier. I would say it's more targeted for sure on YouTube. So you get better results because it's more targeted. I don't know if it's actually easier? What do you think,
I
Sam?
would say it's absolutely easier.
Okay.
I would as well.
So if you can produce a video and you rank it at the top of search, Vince, you can't do that on Facebook. So if you can create a good piece of content and rank it at the top of search, you are going to get much more. It's easier to get people to see it. In terms of ads, probably it's much of a muchness because you pay your money and you take your chance, right? So with YouTube, at least you'll get 30 seconds of viewage before that. Viewage, that's a new word, isn't it? You'll get 30 seconds of viewing before you're going to get charged. And Facebook, I'll actually say it's easier to drive engagement on Facebook because you can just click the boost button and away you go. Whether that engagement's any good is another.
Also, maybe on Facebook, you've got like more people are accustomed. How do you say? Like are used to share content, so you probably get more engagement. But then, is it really going to convert? That's YouTube. No, that's the question.
So well, look, if there's, we'd be interested to hear from anybody else that's watching this video what your thoughts on that one are.
Exactly. So comment below, guys, and we reply as soon as possible. Then, can I upload the same video on YouTube and Facebook?
Obviously, yeah, you can do. Facebook doesn't like necessarily the longer form videos. So it prefers both of the platforms. You would want to upload natively, so you don't really want to share a YouTube video into a Facebook post, as that's similar with, for example, LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a prime example. If you upload or you share a YouTube video onto LinkedIn, you get next to no engagement because they absolutely do not want people coming off of their platform and going across to YouTube. That's the enemy as far as they're concerned. So yeah, by all means use the same video on both. There's different ad formats. So if you're running ads on Facebook, it would be a different format to what you would run on YouTube, because YouTube would be longer form and you've got more opportunities for calls to action. So if you're out there and you're a brand and you want to know how to do it, just give us a call or send us an email. We'll tell you what the best way to do that is.
Amazing. Then which platform is best for advertising?
Well, we always say, look, we've got a vested interest. We think one of the very best YouTube marketing and planning partners in the UK, if not the world, and we are spreading across the globe at a rate of knots. Vince is running S.media in Italy, and we've got a guy called Mike Tobias running the US for us. But which is best for advertising? I would say Facebook is a good way for remarketing at the moment, and we've got YouTube at the top of the funnel for brand awareness, but also conversion. So if you had to push me, obviously I'm going to say YouTube's the best, because you do get a true view. But an omni-channel, and we've talked a lot about an omni-channel approach and making sure that your funnel is correct. We build funnels for people to make sure that you have every opportunity to convert. And we often talk about, look, for every 10,000 visitors you get to your website, if you only convert at 3%, and that's probably a pretty good conversion percentage, you've got 9,700 people that you've wasted. So if you're not mopping those up into remarketing loops, be that YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever your audience sits the best, and some of the very best campaigns we've run have been YouTube first with Facebook remarketing. If you're not doing that, you just are throwing good money after bad.
Yeah, you're leaving money on the table, as many marketers say. So, right. Last three questions we have got. Once I have built an audience on YouTube, is it easy to see results?
Wow, that is the game. A lot of marketers talk about building lists, and YouTube will allow you to spin up similar and lookalike audiences around your existing following, and that's really where you can get to scale. because they know, like we know that they know more about us than we know. And over the last year, we've seen the privacy restrictions come in more and more and more, and the cookie legislation coming in to stop. It's really to stop new platforms springing up and having any sort of control over the data and tracking of people who are visiting Facebook and YouTube and Amazon, etc. You know, this is a closed shop, and we will see over the next year whether sort of Biden coming in and the US legislation changing, will that split up things like Facebook, WhatsApp, Google, YouTube, even could be under, I wouldn't say they're under threat, but you know, these guys are so powerful now that if you think that a cookie can only live on your machine for a limited amount of time, be that 24 hours, 7 days, you think about the websites that you or I visit on a daily basis. It's really only Facebook, Google, Amazon, a few others, and those are the websites that are able to maintain these cookies and learn about the behavior that you and I are making. And therefore, once you've got an audience, these guys, their absolute interest is taking your advertising spend. They are the only ones that can get it to convert, and they are the ones that have all the data. So they have complete control. So they will give you the tools. They'll give you the audience building and optimization tools. But to take full advantage of that, you need to work with a specialist. So, you know, if that's something you want to learn more about, hit the subscribe button and notification, and, you know, stay in the loop with a lot of the video content that we're making now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Last two questions. Where do you build audiences in Google Ads?
So there is an audience creation tab. This is where a lot of people don't see this. So when you start a Google Ads account, it will be in smart mode. So it's sort of hand holding mode. Google's got a basic setting of sort of, it'll try and lead you on a do this step by step. This is how you do it. Now, what you want to do is switch to expert mode. And there's if you click on the gear tog at the top, you'll see that if you can click down, you can switch to expert mode. And if you need to know how to do that, send me a message. I'll share you another video. But switch to expert mode. Then within the tools, you'll see Audience Manager. Click through to that, and then you've got audience sources. Within the sources, you've got things like lookalikes, lists, YouTube channels. So one of the interesting things you can do is you can create audiences around the people that are visiting your channel, audiences of people that are watching particular videos, audiences of people that have watched percentages of certain videos. So you can say, look, I only want to show this ad to people that have watched 3/4 of video X. Within that tab as well, you've got the opportunity to create intent, custom affinity audiences around websites that people have been, places, everything. You know, the opportunities are endless.
Yeah. And again, guys, if you have questions about these, especially ads, you know, just reach out to Simon. Like, he would gladly help you. It's only $10,000 per hour, very inexpensive. So that's kidding, guys. So last question: what audience sources can I use with YouTube ads?
So I think in the last answer I've covered quite a lot of those, but you know, where people neglect the opportunity is to remarket to people. And you know, people who've been on your website, people that have been on certain pages within your website, people that have taken certain actions on your website. So if you install Google Tag Manager, you've got complete control over every action that people take on your site. So it could be you create an audience about people who've been on particular products. You know, if you want to take it to the nth degree, I could show an ad to you saying, hi, Vince, I know that you've been on my iPhone 12 page and you were on there for 5 minutes if I wished. You know, that would be taking it to extreme, but you can see that you can show ads on particular devices, all sorts. There's, like I said in the previous answer, there are a ton of opportunities. And yeah, don't get caught up in trying to, on day one, make a ton of audiences. Like, start with the basics. It's probably more broad than you would want to be at the start. But what you actually want to understand is where your conversions are coming from, and then create lookalike audiences around those people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome, guys. So if you like this video, make sure again you subscribe, hit the like button, and obviously comment below. And again, if you need our help, make sure you click the link in the description to find out more. All right. Looking forward to seeing you in one of our next videos. Take care. Bye-bye.